Hello everybody, and welcome to Ancient Architects. Please subscribe to the channel for regular content on ancient architecture, as well as all the latest news from the world of archaeology. Gobekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe are two of the 12 Tas Tepeler sites of southeastern Turkey, and compared to the other 10, we know far more about these two settlements. Therefore, I for one am happy to see that archaeological resources are being spread out across the region, because we can't truly begin to understand one site until we can see the bigger picture. The pre-Pottery Neolithic culture was bigger than one or two sites. They were spread out over a vast region, with a history spanning many centuries. As excavations continue year by year, our knowledge is always growing. We're learning more about Gobekli Tepe, Karahan Tepe, Sayburç, Çakmak Tepe, Harbetsevan Tepesi, Göçe Tepe, and the list goes on. Of all of the 12, the most easterly site is Sefer Tepe, and that's the site I'm reporting on today, because some fantastic new discoveries have been made. I gave an archaeological update well over a year ago, so first of all, I'll give you a quick site overview, and then, towards the end of this video, I'll give you the details of the new finds from the new excavation season. Sefer Tepe was only discovered in 2003, a small, broad and shallow mound in the landscape. The settlement was built directly onto the bedrock, having a quadrangular plan and covering an area of 1,000 square metres. Excavations began in 2021, and as of the beginning of 2023, 16 T-pillars have been discovered, all of which were found in situ. After 3 successful excavation seasons, well-preserved ancient walls were found. Some buildings had a rectangular shape, and others were oval, and early estimates were that this site was 10,500 to 11,000 years old. The architectural complex was a well-planned and well-made permanent settlement, and the quality of preservation is fantastic. In 2022, this platform with the 6-block stone top was found, very similar to the composite pillars found at Boncuklu Tala and Greythea Hoyuk. On one side there's a human arm motif, bent at the elbow, just like what we see on the pillars of Gobekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe. Some of the pillars are plain, others are decorated, and the quarry for the pillars has also been located. It's on site. The pillars were not cut from the cliffs or hills, but straight from the ground. Ancient cut marks can still be seen in the quarry. What's interesting about Sefer Tepe is that we can see architectural similarities to settlements in the Tigris region, and also settlements near the Euphrates. It's like a convergent site where people from the west and east came together. But it's not just architectural remains that have been discovered, but a number of artefacts as well, including stone and bone tools, beads, vessels, pestles and mortars, grinding stones, and so on. Some of the stone artefacts look to be symbolic, including this small T-shaped find, and this stone is believed to be the beginnings of a carved human head. There was also this possible phallus-shaped mortar, and this looks to be a human idol. But from all of the finds from Sefer Tepe, it's the amount of beads that really was the most astonishing, and experts believe that this was the main industry of the small settlement. We're looking at a bead production hub. And this may be the reason the site has influences from the west and the east. People from all over came to this location to trade beads. There were microbeads, large-sized beads and multi-hold varieties, and materials include chlorite, marble, limestone, labradorite, aquamarine and jade. Holes were drilled in various places, and different techniques were used to make them. This amazing artifact is a snakehead bead and is made from jade, a truly beautiful example of pre-pottery Neolithic craftsmanship. complete snake beads have also been discovered. This selection of beads is totally unique in the region, and were most likely pendants that were hung around the neck. This interesting find is made from limestone. It has 13 holes on each side arranged differently. One of the sides also has small lines as well. It clearly has meaning. Another similar find with 15 dots has also been discovered. Human bones have also been found at Sefer Tepe, including skull fragments, jaw bones, long bones and finger bones, but they don't look to be primary burials, like certain bones were taken from the graves and reinterred at Sefer Tepe. So far, the remains of 14 different types of animals have also been identified. All of them are wild. Domestication had not taken place. Animals include deer, horse, hedgehog and rabbit. The 2024 excavation season is now well underway and more truly fantastic finds have come to light. Yet more intricate beads have been discovered, more evidence that this could well have been a major site of bead manufacturing. But regarding the new bead finds, it's their shape and craftsmanship that's so stunning. This year, beads have been found in the shape of a leopard and also a human and a vulture together, and it's the first time such beads have ever been discovered at a Tas Tepeler site. The beads are made from jade, but sadly only a few pictures have been released. The bead that shows a human looks as though it's carrying the vulture on its back, or maybe the vulture is clutching the human. Either way, it's iconography we also find at Gobekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe. It is hard to see the detail on the pictures released to the media. The object may also be broken. The leopard bead also resembles motifs found at Sayburch, Karahan Tepe and Gobekli Tepe. It shows fantastic detail for such a small object. So, from the architecture and also the art, we can see a clear relationship between Sefer Tepe and the other ancient sites in the region. The archaeologists have confirmed they're excavating a pre-pottery Neolithic B phase, and the two new objects are approximately 10,000 years old, or maybe even older. The beads were likely used as accessories, such as bracelets and necklaces, but because of the rare rock type, they could have been made for important people. Apparently, the nearest source of jade is the Israel-Palestine region, or maybe even further south, and that makes these new discoveries, and also the jade snakehead, even more intriguing. Another fascinating new discovery is this human skull, found inside a niche in a communal special purpose structure. The entire skull except for the lower jaw was recovered, and it's now been taken away for scientific analysis. Obviously, we're not looking at a primary burial. The person died, the body was either buried or maybe underwent excarnation, the bones were then separated, and this skull was put in a prime location in the settlement. Whether it was like an exhibit on display, or a shrine you could visit and maybe talk to the dead, nobody knows, but the skull likely belongs to an important elder or settlement leader. Secondary burials are well known at pre-pottery Neolithic sites, but this may be the first of its kind. At other sites, including Karahan Tepe, we have found large stone heads placed in niches in special purpose buildings, but this skull could be the first human head placed in such a manner. The find is important and gives us greater insight into burial traditions and customs for these truly ancient people. More analysis is set to take place, and I'll be keeping an eye out for a full report on the latest excavations. By the time this video is released, I should be in Turkey, and I'll be visiting a number of Tas Tepeler sites on my trip, including Gobekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe. On my return, I'll be sharing all the footage on the Ancient Architects channel, so if you don't already, please do subscribe. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Ancient Architects. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and please leave a comment below. Thank you very much.